Right guys, so I'm going to teach you how to do my whole chicken and make sure that it's moist by the time it's finished, because a lot of the time you get a whole chicken at somebody's house or wherever you try and make it yourself and it just turns out really dry. So I'm just going to show you how to cook the whole chicken and get maximum moisture all over the chicken, the breast, the legs, thighs, everywhere. So here I've got one extra large chicken I just picked up in Tesco's. Feel free to go to any supermarket you want, any butchers. You literally can get a whole chicken anywhere. You don't have to use an extra large one. I'm just doing that because I've got guests, so that's the reason. But you can use a smaller one. It's up to you. Obviously when you get to the bit of cooking, do bear in mind you've got a smaller chicken than I do, so you need to cook it for a shorter time, otherwise it will burn or dry out. If you want me to advise you on, you know, how much time to do for smaller chickens, that's fine, just let me know and I will do that for you. At the moment I've got my oven preheating on 250 degrees and it is actually a fan oven, it's not a gas one, so obviously check the timing for that. If your oven goes a bit crazy with the heat, you know your oven, I don't. So to prepare for this, I've obviously washed my chicken. As you know, I'm not hearing no nonsense about don't wash your chicken, please. So it's there now in the tray. I've washed it out, I've cleaned out the middle of the chicken as well, trimmed down all of the additional bits where the neck is and all of that, any additional skin that don't need to be on the chicken, I've taken all of that off. So that's where we are with the chicken. So in this bowl here, and this is what I'm going to use to actually season the chicken. As you can see, I've got 5 tablespoons of sunflower oil, half a teaspoon of paprika, half teaspoon of dried jerk seasoning, 1.5 teaspoons of all-purpose seasoning. I've got 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper and 1 teaspoon of salt. If you want the chicken to come out moist and you want it to be how mine is, then you need to follow the recipe that I give you, and that's that. You can't vary from it. It doesn't make sense and then you call me or you message me or you comment and complain and say you didn't use this, you didn't use that, so you wish it turned out like mine. It's not gonna happen. There's no fairies in your kitchen that are gonna magically change how your food is if you don't follow the recipe. I know it might be a lot of grease for some of you, that is fine. Once the chicken is finished, you will see that not every bit of grease that you put in the chicken today is going to actually still be in the chicken or on the chicken when you're done. It's going to be sat in the tray at the bottom. You only need this amount of grease for the moisture it's going to add to the chicken whilst it's cooking, and that's that. So with this now, I'm just gonna mix it up, make sure that it's all mixed in properly and incorporated. And then I'm literally just gonna spoon it over the top of the chicken, spoon it over the legs, the thighs, make sure I get some on the wings as well. As you guys can see, I've got my gloves on because I'm not trying to play around with all of this seasoning and stuff on my hands because it does burn my skin. So guys, be mindful that this rub will burn your skin if you've got sensitive skin. I know for some people it might not be a bother, but others it will really burn your skin. So I'm warning you in advance so you don't have to suffer how I suffered when I did it first. So that's all on there. I've got my clean gloves which I've washed with my hand soap and everything, and I'm just going to use my hands and just massage in this mixture over the chicken, and then I'm going to get some inside the chicken as well. Not a lot, just a little bit. So as you can see, I'm just rubbing in this mixture, and then you're going to obviously have to turn it over. Put some on the back as well. don't need to put in too much work, guys. Honestly, it's a chicken. It's not like it's curry goat or something else, you know. So I've just picked up some in my gloves there, as you can see. So I'm just gonna rub it on the inside of the chicken so that it's barely coated with it. That's that. And I'm gonna wash my hands and come back to you. Stay with me. I'm gonna dry my gloves off as well, just so you guys know. When I wash my hands after dealing with raw meat, or my gloves, whatever you call it, I don't actually use how much I use dishwashing liquid. It's a lot stronger and it's better to do that. Alright, so guys, in this bowl here, I've got 100 grams of butter. You can use whatever butter you want, salted, unsalted, or whatever. My butter is just a normal one. You can get it in any supermarket, any corner shop, whatever. Doesn't matter, there's not a specific brand that you need. I get the soft one. This is at room temperature now. And then in this, I've grated 3 pegs of garlic. So I'm just gonna take my fork out that I've been using, put that in the sink. And then I'll show you guys. With this, I'm going to literally just take out a bit of time with my hand, and I'm just going to stuff some in the middle of the chicken. So I've done about 3/4 of the mixture on the inside of the chicken. So you literally just want to make sure that that is all inside there properly and it's not just running out. As you can see there, you can see some of it that I've put in. And then in here now, in between the leg bit here, where the skin is connecting the leg to the rest of the chicken, I'm just gonna put half of what's left in one side. Make sure you stuff it right down. Yep. And then I'm gonna put the other half in the other side of the chicken. Just like that. Make sure you get it, once again, as far as you possibly can on the inside of the chicken. Alright, don't worry if you get some butter elsewhere, that is completely fine. Doesn't matter. So once I'm done doing this now, I'm going to wash my hands once again. And then we're going to cover the chicken up with foil just over the top of the container. And put it in the oven. So that's all done now. I'm gonna cover it up, put it in the oven for 1 hour on 250. Once that is finished, I'm gonna remove it from the oven, remove the foil, and then I'm gonna put it back in the oven for about 25 minutes, just to get a nice golden brown color over it and a nice little crisp to the skin, so that it doesn't look like a bland piece of chicken on the plate. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll literally show you guys what it looks like once I've done that step. Okay, lovely people, so I've had this chicken cooking now for an hour and it's been on 250, like I said, with the foil covering it. So I'm just going to take it off now and show you exactly what it looks like. I've literally just taken it out of the oven, rested it on the stove. There's still bubbles bubbling away at the bottom because it's piping hot. so that's what it looks like. Let me just zoom you lot in a bit. So that is what it's looking like at the moment. So the chicken at the moment for me is cooked enough. It's still nice and moist, I can see that. Cooked right through and everything is as it should be. I'm just gonna poke out the legs and show you that it's actually cooked right through. There's no blood coming through it or whatnot. I think I'm gonna leave it and not put it in any longer because the color is fine for me at the moment. But as you can see there, literally just gonna cut the skin off. You can see the bone there exposed. It's cooked. I'll just do it on this side as well to show you lot. Nice and clear bone. There you go. And you can see it's nice and juicy. You can still see the moisture dripping out from the chicken, which means that it's not dry. I'm going to cut the chicken soon and then I'll show you exactly what it's all looking like. But as you can see, it's all moist. Right, so I'll be back to show you guys when I cut it. Right guys, so I'm just going to show you. I'm actually going to cut it and you can see how moist it is. I'm going to do the breast part because if you can see that the chicken leg is cooked and it's got moisture there, it's not dry as well. All you need to do is check that the breast is actually cooked through and it's still got moisture. Don't mind the knife that I'm using. I know I'm using a bread knife and I'm using a normal fork, whatever. Yes, I am using it and I don't care. That's what I'm doing. So I'll just show you guys. There you are. So it's not dry at all. You can see there. It's not at all dry. Chicken is moist. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. But let me try and zoom y'all in on there. I'll move this over. Apologies for the noise, but y'all need to be able to see this. There you go. So as you can see, it cooked through perfectly and it's still moist. Okay, so there you go. I'm literally just hacking away at this, don't mind me. On a normal day I would cook and cut it properly. However, today I'm just doing a thing. So y'all can see, there you go. Nice and cooked through again, moist. And there you have it. So if you want to do a whole chicken and it's moist, cooked properly and all of that, this is how you need to do it. If you don't want to do it like this, it's up to you, but let me tell you, you're going to end up with dry chicken. So don't blame me for that. Alright guys, enjoy. See you soon.